Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Hello. Welcome to the show on this Thursday, the 25th of August, 2022. Thank you for tuning in. I'm glad to have you guys here. Now, I know you guys, a lot of you might not know, but there's an awful lot of things going on in the world. Let's open up the charts right here and take a look at what's going on here. Doesn't even matter, it says, if the Fed hikes 50 or 75 basis points. It won't prevent the multiple train wrecks coming our way. It says one could be forgiven for getting the impression that right now it's all about the Fed's next move and what Powell is going to say on Friday. Yeah, what we got is we got a car heading toward the edge of the cliff, and we got a guy sitting in the front seat saying, well, maybe I'll put on the brakes. It ain't going to help because the car's going to slide right down over the edge, So that's what they're basically saying here. It doesn't matter. They raised 50, 75 basis points. Basically, the world is heading for a train wreck. It says it is now the time that market participants are to be told the truth. And the truth, unfortunately, is not a happy message. Inflation has already become so much entrenched now that the Fed cannot afford to take its foot off the brakes, no matter what the economy or the labor markets do in the foreseeable future. So basically what they're saying there, and it's true, that they're going to keep pushing until everything starts to go over the edge. And this includes the markets, tremendous downturn, probably something similar to magnitude to what happened in 1929. But, on the other side of this is, I think the Fed is going to respond to this one because it's going to have such magnitude at a certain point. But the further they let it go down, the more credit they're going to have to create to bring it back up again. Let's take a look at silver price today. 4 cents up on the day at 19.15. Let's take a look at gold. Gold is 1753.90. The big story out there today is the Biden student loan thing that's going on right now. I'm sure you guys are probably sick of hearing about it. But yeah, evidently they're going to give certain people breaks on their student loans, I'm going to tell you guys what's coming very soon is they're going to have to start going out there, and they're going to have to start supporting the actual general average people. Because the economy is going to turn downwards very soon. A lot of jobs are going to be lost. And at the same time, what we're looking at is a populace out there. There's a large group within that populace that were knocked out, basically, financially speaking, in 2020 with the COVID crisis. And they've never really got back on their feet. We got 20 million people out there right now who can't pay their power bill. It's going to get a lot worse. 17.53 for gold. It's up $2.40 on the day. And the government's going to have to support these people at a certain point in time. And this is probably all part of the plan, central bank digital currency, to support them with. It's when the people start to get upset. And the thing is what's going to push them into getting upset all the quicker, so they can bring the central bank digital currency out all the quicker, is a crisis that the Fed's creating right now. On purpose. So, if their purpose is to get their central bank digital currency out there and get rid of the dollar in the system, so there is no more dollars, no more cash anymore, so strip the world of cash, then the clearest, best move that they could make would be to pretend like they hate inflation, they're fighting inflation, but what they're really doing is bringing a controlled demolition of the financial markets, so that they can then, first off, number one, come back in with more stimulus, and they got an excuse to do it. Number two, they're going to impoverish a whole group of people So they're going to need to be on a central bank digital currency, and a central bank digital currency will give them absolute control over your money. So those two factors are huge reasons what we could look at as, I'm not going to say, it's like evidence, but it's not, what's the name for that when the evidence is circumstantial evidence or whatever. It's not really pinning it to exactly what they're trying to do, but it makes sense. It just makes sense that that they will want to control demolition right now, so that they could. Well, you got 20 million people can't pay for the power bill. Controlled demolition, that might grow to 40 million people who can't feed themselves or pay their power bill. They're not going to sit at home. At a certain point, they're going to start to complain about that. Complain's in mild terms. You know, if complaining is a massive protest or whatever, and then the government will say, "Okay, now we got the excuse. Let's go and send out our digital money banking for all." I think they call it the Banking for All Act or something like that. So the poor people can have a bank account now. They're gonna spin it so it really sounds good, but that's what they want. They want that digital currency out there and get rid of cash. This way, they can go extremely deeply into the negative with negative interest rate policy, or NERP. Or if they did go extremely into the negative, people would haul their money out of the bank. Okay, so cryptocurrency today, 1040. Bitcoin price at 21,570. And $1,698 for Ethereum. Dow Jones Industrial Average is up 27 points on the day at 32,996. Taking a look at crude oil, and we're down 59 cents today at 94.30 for crude. The MOVE index, it's at 133 today. So the MOVE index basically hasn't been getting out of control lately. It's been staying pretty much in control. Like anything under 150 is, you have a certain degree of stability in the credit markets. Bonds and rates, we're looking at down 3 basis points on the U.S. 10-year at 3.07, and the U.S. 30 years at 3.26. It's down 5.5 basis points. And the dollar index today is at 108.53. Okay, thank you for tuning in for my show. And I want to state something. I'm going to put a link in the description of my Patreon channel. Patreon only costs $1 per month. I do several podcasts generally in a month. And I do several shows on UFOs and things like that. Paranormal phenomena and so on. During the month too in there. But the podcasts are a little bit more open on there. I say a few things that I don't bother talking about too much on this channel. And it's only $1 a month to join. Well, you might see something different in there if you link in there, but it's only $1 a month. I mean, that's $12 for a whole year, you know, and it really helps to goes to help to support this channel. Thank you guys for listening. Like and subscribe, and we'll catch you guys in the very next show. Bye-bye.